各位大家好谢谢你们来收看我这个赛后幕后须知的视频。OK， 这个视频actually我们包括了很多那些我们的设计、我们的研究，还有我们的分析。好，在每一场里面，我们都会评论一些马匹的状态、马匹的实际价钱，还有马匹是否可以赢这场比赛，还有他们的这个评分我们做一个 ranking， 所以你看到这个 ranking， 你就大概看到那些前10名都会变青色了，所以给你们大概知道是说我们怎么估计这个比赛怎么跑，但事事往往如果是在临场的时候，东西都会有变数，每一场比赛的变数都不一样。因为每一场单数，还有外面的人他们怎么出单，他们怎么去运作和幕后操纵这些赛马都是不一样的。所以我就特地放了一些国际的那些票数单数，他们怎么走，他们开关到最后1分钟，等你可以从那边做一个比较和分析。OK， 这个赛后幕后的资料是利于那些比较喜欢研究到底后面是什么一回事。有些人是赢了钱但他们是可能是盲目跟从，有些人是输了钱，但不知为了如何他们输掉那些钱。所以这些资料可以让你们知道更深层的认识赛马幕后的操纵。所以这些对你们来讲其实是一个很有帮助的一些资料，希望大家可以好好的研究观看我的视频但千万别忘记帮我点赞还有 subscribe 如果你们有什么问题的话，可以在 video 下面做 comments 我的华文其实不是说很强啦，但是我需要用华文来跟你们沟通一下，因为大致上我的观众都是华文的听众，所以如果那些有要听英文的版本，可能以后我会做一个视频在英文啦。好再一次谢谢你们的观看如果讲得不好，请多多见谅。谢谢。
这是我们的第一场的分析电脑排名评语价格估计。当你和右边有国际临场价格波动比较它的变化，你就会看得更清楚如何一场马幕后的运作。一旦你实况了解后，你可以在每期我们赛前所提供的资料做一样的分析，这样一来必可为你省下更多时间与金钱。接下来我们会重播第一场赛事的精彩片段，希望观众会喜爱我们的这样的一个呈现方式，请观众们能都多多按赞与多多分享出去。
They look locked and loaded, ready to go. Flags up. Presses a button and away they go. Whistle Grand was tardily away. So too was Northern Sun. Chavez just giving him a bit of a dig up Whistle Grand to keep him on track. But the Wild Prince, he's really come out running out wide. On the inside fence, Retallica. Alexander gets a nice spot. Zygarde improves out 4 wide. Back then to Golden Dash. Crown Gift to midfield. Then we go back to Northern Sun. Run bin to run. And second last Whistle Grand with Perfect settling at the rear. They come into the first 400 metres in a sectional of 24.41 as they start to head to the back straight. And it's with the Wild Prince in front over Zygarde, who's got outside the leader. He's got a nice run for Lerner. Alexander's 1 out, 1 back then to Retallica. Crown Gift posed in 5th. Then we go back to Northern Sun, Golden Dash, who's dropped back through the field. Run Min to bin, the run's going to have to get a hurry on. And then back then to Whistle Grant and Perfect. He's going to have to come from well back in the field to beat these. Turning for home in the first, TH Coast set sail on the Wild Prince, but Zygarde's got the drop on him. Lerner gives him a dig up on the outside to get going, and he takes over to lead now. Running on into Alexander in third, and then back on the inside fence we have is Golden Dash. But turning for home now, it's all Zygarde in front. He's got a bit of a buffer, and he's well clear now over to Wild Prince and Alexander running into a minor placing, but Zygarde takes out the first. Photo for second between Alexander and the Wild Prince. And then we go back to Northern Sun, Retallica. Back then on the inside, Perfect made up a bit of ground. Run Min to bin the run, never a factor. He's pulling up there on the outside of Golden Dash with Crown Gift, and Whistle Grand never looked a threat after missing the start. Maiden over to 1,000. Flag waves. Starter presses a button and away they go. Fighting Hero began well, but he's going to take back as per the instructions. Beginning well was Farbu on the inside, 96 Warrior. Now here comes the favourite, Big Green Hat, coursing a path out 4 wide. Nunez looking to get him up in that leading trio. Back then we have Battle Win out wide, City Hall looking to make a spot out wide. On the inside fence, Limbs hopefully. Drifting back is Global Spirit there with Winning Power. Tassel's second last, and at the back of the field is Rusty Russ. So they've run 24.58 for the opening 400, and it's a line of 3 here on the inside fence. We have Farbu, who goes over 96 Warrior. Big Green Hat set sail for home in the Baldy face out wide. Nunez giving him a shake up, the favourite. Back then to Fighting Hero in 4th, and there we have on the outside City Hall looking to come into it. These ones tearing away. Big Green Hat takes the lead, the favourite here in race 2. Fighting Hero starting to peg back the margin and giving chase for Beasley. And running on out wide is City Hall. They come into the last 100 metres. Big Green Hat on the fence. Fighting Heroes having a lunge at him on the inside. Oh, that's close. Maybe the inside just held on, but Fighting Hero had a dive. Making up ground with City Hall back a few lengths away in 3rd to Limbs, hopefully. He ran on from a good spot on the inside, Farbu with 96 Warrior. Out wide, Rusty Russ, Global Spirit there with Winning Power. And the last 2 were Tassel pulling up alongside Battle Win. Light flashes, flags up, presses a button, and away they go. She began well, Lady Sprintbok, but not as good as Dancing Light. He sprung out the gates for Nunez, and he's going to go forward. Unconquered, as expected, to go up and sit outside the leader. Back then to Gold Prize in 3rd. Lady Sprintbok 4th to Rail. Getting a nice run is Limbs Knight, midfield 1 off. Back then to Winning Spirit. Thunder's 3rd last, and at the tail of the field we have Sacred Sweet and Graviton as they're really stretched out here, and they swing for the 600 metre mark. The first 400 in 24.03, so going at a good clip. Nunez is setting his favourite alight here. Unconquered camped in 2nd, and he's given them all something to chase as the rest are off the bit, such as Lady Sprintbok, Limbs Knight and Gold Prize, and the rest, they're going to have a miracle to win from there. setting sail for home here. It's the favourite, Dancing Light, shooting clear to Son of Street Boss. Nunez gives him a couple of love taps on the shoulder to straighten up and get the job done. Into second there, we have Unconquered, boxing on the inside fence, Lady Sprintbok, but Limbs Knight. But this is a one-act affair. Nunez gets an early double on the card, and the 3-year-old wins up in grade. That's a nice performance there by Dancing Light. Limbs Knight got second, the old boy, a big run over Unconquered. Catching the eye was Thunder, who ran on from well back to finish not behind them with Lady Sprintbok, Sacred Sweet, gold prize towards the tail with Graviton, and Winning Spirit, the last one to pull up. That was an absolute demolition job by Dancing Light. Signals given. Flags up. Starter presses a button and away they go. He missed it a bit split second. He's going to be last of all and getting a shake-up from his rider. Zestful was the best to begin with Diamond Mine. On the inside fence, Centurion. Foresto coming to get a spot out wide. Behind them we have Bright Era. And settling just worse in midfield is Sir Elton 3 wide outside of Buddy Buddy. Laxana tucked away on the fence for Ronnie Stewart. And then we go back to Glory Shine. Split second after missing it is with his stablemate Larry, last of all, who had to get dragged back from the wide gate. They swing around to the back straight, and it's a long run here for the 2,000 metre gallopers. And setting them alight in front now, it is Lemon Squash who overtakes a lead from Zestful. Diamond Mine gets a cart in third for Kelledy. Just out one back there is Foresto, outside of Bright Era. Back then to Centurion, Buddy Buddy. Sir Elton's been 3 wide the entire, having an unlucky run. And then inside of him is Glory Shine, Laxana, and at the back of the field, split second, still second last, and Larry last of all. First 426.29, so they've tried to steady him up here. It's Louis Beauzelon who leads him up on Lemon Squash. Foresto now moves up to sit outside the leader's girth. Back then to Zestful, who gets a nice run in third. Bright Era, Diamond Mine just shuffled back one spot. Buddy Buddy's getting a nice cart for Woodworth, the top weight on the inside midfield. Back then to Glory Shine, Sir Elton. Laxana's going to have to start weaving runs up the inside. And drifting back in the field is Centurion off the bit, and split second and Larry have a lot of ground to make up. He started to get a bit of a break on him here, Beauzelon. He's set Lemon Squash alight by a few lengths as they head to the 500 metre mark. And he's got about a 4-length break over Foresto and Zestful. The rest are going to have to get a bit of a wiggle on. Buddy Buddy, Bright Era. As to his Diamond Mine, they're all put under pressure, turning for home. Getting out into the middle of a track now is Larry in the yellow cap. He's getting out to the outside, and that's where he loves to race. Sir Elton's not a danger, as to Centurion. Diamond Mine dropping off. They come into the last 250 under a crowding roar. Buddy Buddy takes over. Laxana's giving chase on the outside for Ronnie Stewart. These two drawing away. Split second, runs into third, making up a stack of ground. And they come into the last 100. Laxana and Buddy Buddy. Heads up, heads down. Maybe Laxana on the outside. Close go, Buddy Buddy second. Then on the inside we have split second. Running behind those on the inside was Lemon Squash, who led him up for the race. Zestful. Bright Era. Glory Shine pulling up with Foresto. A long way back, Larry. He looked a threat turning for home, but couldn't come into it. Sir Elton and Diamond Mine. Flags given. Starter John Pepe presses a button and away they go. Beginning well with Supersonic Surprise from the inside. Limbs Unique showing plenty of speed. Olympia's going to move up forward there with Limbs Unique fighting for lead. Thomas DeLargo now digs up inside to hold him out. And then we go back to Super Generous in fifth. Samurai Express racing worse in midfield but 3 wide. Despacito tucked back on the inside rail, 4th last. Outside of him, High Limit, Loving Babe 2nd last. And on the inside fence, Raging Brave to see them all. They set sail for the 600-metre mark in 24.85 for the first 400. Nunez is leading them up here on Thomas DeLargo, and he's trying to make it the whole way. Limbs Unique has the camp in second. Out wide, Olympia already under plenty of pressure. Back to the inside fence, Supersonic Surprise. Out wide, Samurai Express coming with Super Generous, and the rest have a lot to make up from the rear. Nunez set sail for Thomas DeLargo here. He's got about a 3/4 length break over Limbs Unique, who's giving chase. Out wide, Olympia's not done with either. These three are going to fight out the finish. Thomas DeLargo just runs out there momentarily. Olympia over the top. Olympia gets the job done. The 3-kilogram claim really helped today. Back then to Limbs Unique in second. Thomas DeLargo just whacked away in third. Was running out in the last 150 metres. And out wide, Despacito caught the eye running on there with Samurai Express. Back then to Supersonic Surprise, Raging Brave, Loving Babe towards the tail with High Limit. And Super Generous, she had a nice short sprint at the 500, but failed to see out the race, and she's going to finish last. Starter presses a button and away they go. Royal Commander was one of the worst to begin. Bizarre Wind showing speed. Out wide, Hot Shot Slam's just going to sit outside of the lead with Kiss Your Song being prominent on the inside fence. Romantic gets a lob in 4th position on the rail. Back then to Surge, Miracle. And then we drift back into the field. We have on the inside racing areas Lim Zoom, Mr. Dynamo and Royal Commander. We'll see them all. As they head to the 600-metre mark here in race number 6, first 400 in 24.52. And seeing him out in front, it's Bizarre Winds, who showed plenty of speed. Hot Shot Slam gets the camp outside of him. Kiss Your Song tucks away in behind them with Romantic beginning out wide. They've drawn away from the rest of them. Lim Zoom on the fence, Miracle under a shake-up, out wide Surge, and the other two can't really win from there. They come into the last 250 metres. Bizarre Wins in front. Hot Shot Slam set sail for the judge. Out wide, Romantic. On the inside, Kiss Your Song looking for a run. Out wide, Romantic over Hot Shot Slam. Romantic on the outside for John Sadradas. Draws away, and the top weight gets the win over Kiss Your Song in second. Hot Shot Slam boxed on for third. Bizarre Wins in fourth after setting the pace. Making up ground on the inside fence there, we have Lim Zoom, Mr. Dynamo, Never a Threat with Miracle. Out wide was Surge and Royal Commander at the tail of the field. So we're locked and loaded, 1,600 metres for the Class 5s. Gates open and away they go. Halushka under hard riding began very quickly for Mohamed Zaki. But Nate's Honor says, I'm going to go forward with you and eyeball you come into that first turn. Out wide, High Voltage looking for a position. Back on the inside fence, Fortune Star with Angel Halo. Sayonara getting back to midfield, and he's racing there along with Hidden Promise. Outside of him, Optimum Star out wide. Big Mary's improving up on the inside. Back then to Resurgence, who gets back to third last. Hosalia second last. And at the tail of the field, Grandpa Micmac. He's already under a bit of pressure and seems to be getting further away from the field. First 425.22, so a pretty decent clip as Nate's Honor sees him out. Halushka just camps 3/4 back on his outside in second. On third is High Voltage. Back then on the inside, Fortune Star with Angel Halo. Sayonara midfield, but in a good spot for Harry Chasm. Big Mary on the fence, saving ground. Back then to Hidden Promise. Optimum Stars covered a lot of ground the whole race. Hosalio back and Resurgence. Nunez is happy to sit second last. What can the leading jockey do from there? And Grandpa Micmac, Mark Yu, he's going to sleep well tonight. He hasn't stopped pumping from the get-go. 600 metres to go here, and in front it's Nate's Honor. He sees him out by Halushka, and High Voltage looks to be travelling well. Fortune Star's under plenty of pressure. Looking for horses to run into it. Optimum Star peels out wide. Sayonara presenting a case. Out wide, Hosalia is going to be the widest runner. Resurgence back towards them is making up ground for Nunez. He gives him a shake and starts to give chase. The rest look to be going on the one spot. On the inside fence, Halushka's been overtaken by Nate's Honor. Fortune Star giving chase. Out wide, Resurgence coming into it for Nunez in the Buffalo Silks, and Resurgence drawing away from him. Coming into the last 50 metres, it's going to be Resurgence, 3 for Nunez, and he wins over Fortune Star in second. Hosalio got third. Back on the inside fence was Nate's Honor, who boxed on well. Not too far away from then, we have Angel Halo, Halushka, he was honest. Hidden Promise, Big Mary. Optimum Star covered a lot of ground. He finished towards the tail there with Grandpa Micmac, and High Voltage a disappointing last. Attendance clear. Flags up. Presses a button and away they go. Hyde Park began really well from the inside. Snip's going to get a nice cut into second, beginning well Sunstep with the boldy face. And Lord of Wind driving up now to really hold a few out. Wawasan tucked away in fourth, just over racing there a little bit. On the inside fence there we have Tesoro Parada, who's back towards the back of the field. Out wide Orion Passion, and at the tail of the field is Mr. Big Brother. They start to head to the 600 metre mark. 24.54 is the opening sectional. And on the inside fence, Lord of Wind's done a bit of work to get there. Sunstep in second. Snip's just camped away 3 wide, but he's travelling well for Beasley. Wawasan outside of him. And even wider, Orion Passion coming into it. And then back to Hyde Park in the white silks, looking to come in on the inside for Lerner. They come into the last 250 metres. Lord of Wind now being tackled by Sunstep. Snip's looking to get a bit of a move on. Out wide, Wawasan just looks to be plugging, but he's making a threat, as to is Hyde Park. They come into the last 100 metres. It's Snip and Hyde Park on the inside. Hyde Park just gets the bob. Snip maybe just in for second. Improving on the inside was Mr. Big Brother, a massive run. Out wide, we have Wawasan pulling up midfield. There was Sunstep with Lord of Wind, who led him up. Back then on the Idle Wild, who was just racing midfield for the whole run. Ryan Passion knocked up, and at the tail there was Tesoro Parada. Flags given. Blindfolds are off. Presses a button and away they go. He broke well, Hero, from the inside. Nunez is just happy to see what happens up ahead of him, and beginning well, Nordic Gem. Green Star from the out wide is going to look to come across, as to Ace Sovereign. They're the first four as they sort their order out. Global Kid behind them with Wind Trail. And then getting back on the inside fence, we have racing there is King Louis, drifting back with Great Expectation. Tony's Love just back fourth last at this stage. Back towards Star Jack, Don De La Vega, and Song of Nature, who won a restricted maiden, is last of order, 3-year-old. So they start to set for the judge over to back corner and head towards the back straight over to 2000. Nordic Gem just looking to be on the bit and over racing a little bit as Ace Sovereign moves up outside him and makes him even keener. Back then to Green Star in third. Wind Trail tracks in fourth for Lerner. Hero to race favourite gets a dream run for Nunez on the fence. He's used that gate to his advantage. Global Kid behind him. Back then to King Louis, Great Expectation. Tony's Love, who drifted out in the market, was an early favourite. Gets back with the lightweight and going back to Star Jack, Don De La Vega, and Song of Nature sees them all. 426.45, first 850.75, and these two are just eyeballing their way up in front. It's Nordic Gem and Ace Sovereign as they head towards the 800 metre mark here in race number 9. And coming behind those, we have Wind Trail in a nice spot. Hero continues to get the run of the race. Global Kid out 3 deep. King Louis just smoking the pipe midfield on the fence. Great Expectations going to have to start to get moving. Out wide is Tony's Love, who's tracked 3 deep. Back then on the inside, Song of Nature looking for runs on, riding for luck. So, and Don De La Vega looks to see them all. 480 metres left to go. They turn for home, and in front it's Ace Sovereign. King Louis back on the inside, and Green Star hits to the front. Out wide, Global Kid. Where's Hero? Back to the inside. Wind Trail looks to come into it. Not a lot of luck here for the favourite. Out wide, Star Jack looking to make a run, and he's really making up ground with Tony's Love. Coming into the last 150, Wind Trail overtakes Global Kid. Hero starting to make a charge on the inside. Out wide, Star Jack. They go to the line, or maybe Wind Trail and Star Jack in a tight photo. Hero got out late, and he's going to finish third in another unlucky run for him. And then we go back to the inside of Global Kid, King Louis, pulling up there with Great Expectations. Song of Nature made up plenty of ground from the back. Green Star knocking up. And there we have Ace Sovereign, Tony's Love, and at the tail of the field, Don De La Vega with Nordic Gem. Flags given, lights on. Starter presses a button and away they go. He began well gamely from the inside, so too did Wednesday. He broke well out wide for Nunez, and now digging up is to his outside Fountain of Fame and Supermax out wide looking to contest the lead. GG Star back away in fourth to Lim's Shot. Turf Beauty gets a three wide course midfield, back then to Super Talent, Season Lucky, Atlantean second last, and Legacy Warrior will see them all. As they start to head to the half mile in race number 10 in the first 400, 24.42. So a decent speed up in front. Turf Supermax in front over Wednesday. GG Star gets a nice spot, but just covering a little bit of ground as Fountain of Fame keeps him out there. Back then to Lim's Shot. Gamely's just under some pressure. Turf Beauty's already got the whip pulled. Back then to Season Lucky, Super Talent, Atlantean, and Legacy Warrior sees them all. Turning for home. And Nunez set sail aboard Wednesday in the red cap. Outside of him, Supermax, giving chase. GG Star behind him. Gamely looking to poke through. Out wide, Fountain of Fame in the winkers. He's looking to run a much improved race, and nothing looks to be making up much ground from the rear. Supermax and Wednesday, the favourite still in this contention. Fountain of Fame poking through with the winkers, and Lim's Shot out wide, but Fountain of Fame overtakes him, and Fountain of Fame, winkers, gets the job done. Lim's Shot in second. Catching the eye was Super Talent, who ran on into third. And the Falcon Racing horses really knocked up, and they were Wednesday, Gamely, Turf Beauty with them, Atlantean out wide. pulling up with GG Star, Supermax, and towards the tail, Season Lucky, and Legacy Warrior being pulled up rather quickly by Harry Chasm on the outside fence. Fountain of Fame. Flags up, presses a button, and they broke in a nice line. King Arthur beginning well from the inside. Coming out wide is Iron Champ. He's nice and keen on the bridle. Sunops now moves up and takes on the lead. So that'll put King Arthur in on the fence. Iron Champ out wide, Crystal Warrior. Back then to I Am Sacred, getting a lovely cart midfield. Sky Eye just out a little bit wide. And he's racing just ahead of Happy Moment with Ararat Lady settling towards the tail. And last of all is Webster in the Mackie colours. First 423.90 as they start to head to the 550 metre mark. Sunops is letting the tear away here. Nunez, the favourite in front. He's got a couple of lengths break over King Arthur, who's starting to stake a claim out wide. He's got a 3 kilo claim on his back. Happy Moment looks to be going up and down on the one spot. So too is I Am Sacred. And looking for anything out wide, Ararat Lady with the blinkers first time is the widest runner and just starting to peg back a margin. He's on tired feet here, Sunops. King Arthur's giving chase, and King Arthur overtakes Sunops. Running on into it was Sky Eye, but King Arthur gets a coin. It's a double there for the stable. Running on into second was Sky Eye, really catching the eye late. And the leader was left on tired legs. Out wide, Ararat Lady there with I Am Sacred. Back then to Iron Champ. Sunops was stopping quickly in the last 200. Out wide, Crystal Warrior, and the last one's pulling up Webster. And at the back of the field, Happy Moment was a bit disappointing in the end. So they're locked and loaded for the last time today. Flags up. He didn't hold him long, presses the button, and Oscar Chavez has come off Stenmark. He's out of the saddle, so you can put a line through number 2. Beginning well with Sahabat, Blazing Kids up there to fight for the lead. The loose horse is poking up amongst them with From the Navy, and he's just outside of him. Back then to Sacred Judgment, just in midfield position there with Beyond Sacred. And they're racing ahead here of Champagne Finale, a Dipsum, down to Glasgow, Exceed Natural, to Shadow getting well back. And last of all is Iron Prince, the Emergency. So we've got a riderless horse here, Stenmark, Oscar Chavez out of the saddle, out of the gates, and he's up there pestering Sahabat and Blazing Kid, but he looks to be out of their way for now. He's given a bit of a nuisance to From the Navy, back then to Sacred Judgment, with 600 metres left to go, and it's Champagne Finale midfield, and getting back is Beyond Sacred, and the rest have a lot of ground to make up. Turning for home, Blazing Kid put under plenty of pressure. Sahabat travelling nicely for Bozalon. From the Navy looking to come into it. He's on the quick backup, and the riderless horse behind them, and Sacred Judgment looking to come into it. They come into the last 200 metres. It's From the Navy and Blazing Kid. They're fighting it out. From the Navy just laying in momentarily, and they're going to draw away on the inside. Blazing Kid wins the last half a length to From the Navy. The loose horse Stenmark Sacred Judgment will get third. Back then to Champagne Finale, who made up plenty of ground with the Shadow. Pulling up behind them, we have Beyond Sacred, Glasgow, Exceed Natural. Out wider there was a Dipson. Coming back to the field was Iron Prince and a disappointing Sahabat. He was up there, but he was one of the last ones to pull up. Big win here from Blazing Kid.